Hello fellow brawlers, I'm KairosTime and it is time to brawl. Now for this video I'm going over the top 10 strongest Star Power and Gadget combos that are downright unfair if you use them correctly. Now not only is this going to help you get more wins, but if your account is not maxed out, then this is going to be a good list of Star Powers and Gadgets for you to focus on unlocking, so you might even want to take some notes if you're not maxed out. We're going to start with number 10 and work our way down to the number 1 most OP Gadget and Star Power combo. And what I want you to do right now is comment with the 3 brawlers you think are going to make it into the top 3, and we'll see if you actually get it right by the end of the video. But before we get started, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Summoner's War for sponsoring this video. Summoner's War is the classic mobile turn-based RPG, and to celebrate their 6-year anniversary, they're giving away 100 free summons. Players can collect over 1,000 unique monsters, try out various team comps, and strengthen their monsters with runes to create the ultimate teams to take into battle. The game features great PvE content in dungeons and a global PvP arena, not to mention weekly in-game events. Now, if you download it using the link in the description below, you're going to get 100 free mystical scrolls, which is basically how you're going to summon some awesome monsters. Find out which monsters you'll summon when you start the game and start summoning now. Coming in number 10 is Mortis. Mortis's combo spinner gadget allows him to deal 1.3 thousand damage to all brawlers close to him, well, all enemy brawlers. And his coiled snake star power increases the distance of a charged attack by 75%. Now these two abilities don't actually build off of each other, which is why Mortis is only number 10, but I did want to include Mortis on this list because both his abilities make Mortis so much easier to play, and these should absolutely be a priority if you're struggling to push Mortis. Coiled Snake makes it much easier for Mortis to be able to reach enemies without wasting an attack to get close, and when used with 3 attacks, Mortis's combo spinner gadget allows Mortis to burst down 13 more brawlers than he could without his gadget, which means that he's able to quickly assassinate more than half of the brawlers in the game. And if you have your supercharged, that's an additional 1,260 damage, which is enough to take out 8 more brawlers. This means that any brawler with less health than Daryl or Pam can get taken out in the right situations. Up next, we got number 9 on the list, which is Penny. Penny's pocket detonator gadget allows Penny to manually blow up her cannon and deal 1,500 damage to enemies that are too close, and it also knocks them back and breaks walls that it's close to. Her last blast star power makes it so that whenever her turret is destroyed, it shoots out 4 cannonballs that each deal 1,680 damage to anyone within range. What's cool is that Penny can manually explode her turret at the right time and get some additional damage thanks to last blast. The best situation is when there's only 1 target within range of the turret, so all bombs will actually target them. This makes it possible to deal 8,220 damage with a single super in the right situation. Now, with that said, that doesn't actually happen very often, which is why Penny's only number 9 on the list, but it does get a lot of value when it does actually happen. Coming in number 8 on this list is BB. BB's Vitamin Booster gadget heals BB for 600 health per second for 4 seconds, and that's a total of 2.4 thousand health. BB's Batting Stance star power reduces incoming damage by 30% whenever her home run bar is fully charged. But when you actually combine the healing from her gadget and the damage reduction from her star power, it's like BB's survivability increases by just over 850 health per second for a total of 3.4 thousand health over 4 seconds. That adds a ton of survivability to BB in the right situations, but it does require that she heals and utilizes her star power at the right time, which can be kind of tricky to do since BB can't actually attack back if she wants to maximize her survivability. Because of this, BB's only number 8 on the list. The 7th strongest combo actually belongs to Rosa. Rosa's Grow Light gadget creates a 3x3 area of bushes around Rosa, which can actually help her connect bushes to create a place for her to hide. Her Plant Life star power heals Rosa for 200 health per second whenever she's inside a bush, which might not sound like a lot, but over the duration of an entire match or when paired up with her super, it actually adds a lot of survivability. When you combine these 2 abilities, Rosa can essentially put 3 healing stations wherever she wants on the map. And if either team does not have a way to break bushes, those healing stations are going to be on the map permanently, which is an amazing advantage for Rosa. Not only does it give her more survivability, but it does this without sacrificing her ability to position herself in the right spot. And if used correctly, it can be very strong. Coming in number 6 for this list is M. Ems. Ems' Friend Zoner gadget pushes enemies away from Ems and also deals 500 damage to them. Her Bad Karma Star Power deals 20% more damage each time an enemy gets hit from her attack, and this combo makes it pretty easy to hit an enemy target with 3 ticks of damage, bringing the total damage with 1 attack plus a gadget to just over 3,000 damage. That is not easy to recover from, and it even spells death for some of the tankiest brawlers in the game when paired up with more attacks. And even if Ems does not take out the brawler, it will help Ems make it to safety, and the enemy team is absolutely going to have to fall back to heal back up. Now, Ems' gadget can only be used twice per match, which means that you'll have to be very careful about when you use it, and that is exactly why Ems is only number 6 on the list. Coming in number 5 is another brawler who can only use his gadget twice per match. I'm talking about Crow. Crow's defense booster gadget shields Crow for 3 seconds and reduces incoming damage by 60%. This makes it so that Crow basically has 8.4 thousand health for 3 seconds, which makes him just as tanky as El Primo for that time. Additionally, Crow's extra toxic star power reduces the damage from poisoned enemies by 20%, which adds even more survivability to Crow. Now, the way that the math works out with these two abilities combined, it's like Crow only receives 32% damage while he's shielding. Only takes 32%, that's 68% shielding, which is nuts. Now, to put that into perspective, it makes it so that Crow essentially has 10.5 thousand health for 3 seconds, which is insane. That is more survivability than Frank with his sponge star power. Now, unless Crow is making some really stupid plays, this basically makes it so that Crow is invincible for 3 seconds, which makes him a really deadly assassin. Up next is the 4th strongest gadget in Star Power combo, and that is Bull. Bull's T-Bone Injector gadget instantly heals him for 1.5 thousand health, and his Tough Guy Star Power reduces damage by 30% whenever Bull is under 40% health. Okay, now if Bull is so low on health that his shield activates and he heals himself, the 1.5 thousand bonus health translates to over 2.1 thousand additional damage that Bull can tank before getting taken out. Now, this does require really careful timing so that you get maximum value out of the gadget, but if you do this, we're talking about 40% more healing. In other words, if you pull this off correctly with 1 gadget use, it's like Bull has over 10,000 hit points worth of survivability. By the way, the magic hit point that you want to be below to make sure that you actually activate Bull's gadget without deactivating his shield is 1,244 health. When Bull heals below that point, his shield will remain activated and you'll get maximum value out of it. It's a tricky situation to do, but when you can pull it off, it provides insane value because Bull is insta-healed. We are down to the top 3 strongest gadget and star power combos that are so strong that they break the game if you use them correctly. If you're enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate you using code Kairos in the Brawl Stars shop to support the development of future videos like this. Kairos. It's right there. Now let's see if you correctly guess which brawlers are in the top 3. Coming in 3rd is Nita. Nita's Bear Paws gadget stuns enemies that get too close to it, and her Hyper Bear Star Power reduces the time between her bear's attacks by 60%. When used alone, either ability is only good in a few specific situations, but if you combine them and use them correctly, the combination is deadly. Now, the entire goal is for you to throw Nita's bear directly on top of an enemy brawler and stun them as soon as it lands on them. They won't be able to move, and the bear will deal a ton of damage. And although that damage is really great, and you might even get a kill from it, the real reason why this is such a deadly combo is because it will help Nita recharge a big part of her super, which will then allow her to throw down another bear as soon as her first one gets cleared. You can kind of think of this combo as like 3 free bears during a match, and since each bear has 5.6 thousand health, it means the enemy team is going to have a lot less ammo to deal with you, and you'll be able to take them out. This is amazing for pushing a team back so you can gain more control and solidify a victory. It is why Nita takes number 3 in this video. Coming in 2nd place is Sprout. Sprout's Garden Mulcher gadget allows Sprout to heal for 2,000 health by consuming a bush, and Sprout's Photosynthesis Star Power shields Sprout for 30% whenever he's inside a bush, and it even lasts for a couple seconds after Sprout walks out of a bush. Now, this means that while Sprout is in a bush, his survivability is more like 6,000 health, which is very similar to 8-Bit's health. But these two abilities go hand in hand together because they both require bushes to activate, and with their abilities combined, it's like Sprout heals for over 2.8 thousand health instantly by consuming a bush, and his survivability is a lot closer to Frank's at 8.8 8,000 health. And in my experience, very few brawlers are able to take out 8.8 thousand worth of health before the cooldown for Sprout's gadget actually runs out, which means that he's probably going to be able to use his gadget a second or maybe even a third time in a row as long as he doesn't leave a bush. This combo is so incredibly deadly, but the fact that Sprout needs bushes to make the strategy work requires you to play him a certain way and also on the right map, which is exactly why Sprout did not get first place. But this combination makes Sprout nearly impossible to kill, which absolutely justifies taking second place. And now it is time to reveal the #1 gadget and Star Power combo in Brawl Stars. Would it surprise you if I told you it was Poco? Poco's Tuning Fork gadget allows him to heal himself and any teammates close to him for 500 health per second for 5 seconds. That's 2.5 thousand health healed per brawler for up to 7.5 thousand health for his team. Now his Da Capo Star Power allows Poco to heal his teammates with his attacks for 7,000 health per attack. That's up to 2.1 thousand health for 3 attacks for up to 4.2 health for his 2 teammates. Obviously assuming things are lined up perfectly, but still you get the idea. If you add all of that healing together, we're talking about 11.7 thousand health healed in 5 seconds for Poco's team, and that is excluding any additional attacks or supers that Poco might use in those 5 seconds. Poco's abilities are often overlooked because Poco usually has to rely on his teammates to get the kills, so he's a little bit less flashy. But there are very few things in Brawl Stars more powerful than a Poco who is fully giving his support to his team. When played right, Poco's Star Power and Gadget combo are nearly unbeatable. And those are the top 10 Gadget and Star Power combos that break the game. Make sure you let me know if there were any that you think should have made the list, and don't forget to subscribe for more Brawl Stars content. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for now, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you in Brawl Stars.